Welcome back to the Artisan of Glimmith. Then I'm going back and forth between these two regions. There's also that one. Areas, sectors, windows. You run out of different words for things. Yeah, I'm gonna take on this 5 here, I think. What do I have here? There are at least two. There's that one there. There are at least two more in here. That's these two. And then there are probably some hidden, like that one, which I had seen previously and forgot about. I wonder if no, that's got to be a new region. Am I seeing there? There's a easy puzzle here. Okay, I'm going to tackle this big 5 though. All regions must have an area of exactly 5. I can see this. Okay, it can't take that, so it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, is this gonna go really easily, despite being a difficulty 5? Only one shape can get in here, so it's got to take all of those. Whatever is here, either that or that is taking that. This one, though, must take that. There's one here, and there's another one here. So there's that. Now, this one has to fill in that, because there's only that one space left. And again, there's only one space there. Then there's this. And this. 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be. This one sticks out there. This one comes out here. This region could be that, except that would leave a 4 in here, because this one's going to take that or that. So this does not go in here. This one's going to be 5. However it does it. However it does it is the key here. If this one were to take that, then this one would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is the best it could do. It can't take all of these, and by taking this one, it is blocking this. Therefore, how it does it is the key. This one has to be that. Now, only one shape can come through here. So, if there was another shape here, if this was that, it could only take 2 of these. And there'd be no way for the other 2 to be anything. Therefore, they're different. However, that does have to come in and take something. Therefore, this one is 3, 4, 5. Now this one can't be this one. 3. That can't be that. This one could be that and that. No. If this were to take that, this one would be closed off at only 4. So this does not take that, it comes this way. Now, this one could... Yes, it does, in fact. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Because the other option would be for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when this one does its 5, this one would have to come out here, and it can't do that. So this does that, and this is 3, 4, 5. Now this one's 5. Okay, right here, that has to all be there, and take that one. This one has to take that. 3. It can't take this, because it couldn't take that. So this one has to be separate from that. Okay, this last bit is a little bit more difficult. Let's see. There are 10 here. That means there's this one. There's a total of 15, so this is 3 regions. This one, this region here, cannot come down in here. It's got to be cut off there. This region is already at 3, 4, 5. It can't get down there. So this is another region. Now, again, this is 2, 3, 4, 5. It can't get in here. 3, 4, 5. It can't get in there. Therefore, this region must be the one that takes that, and that completes it. Now this one cannot take that, so it does this and across. That was a nice one. One more to finish. Except, of course, there are more. Ooh, Precision Delta Gemini. All regions must have an area of exactly 4. This one comes out here. Which means that. This one is going to come out here. Same, different. That means that is a wall. So we go that way. It can't go here. I keep referring to this as down. It's clearly up. I don't know. My monitor is not upside down or anything. Okay, this one is different from this one. It's the same as this one, and this one is the same as this one. This one can't be that one because this one is different from that and that. So this does not go there. It comes out here. This one must be another region. This one does that. Different and the same, so that's got to break there. Oop, this one is done. Now this one comes out here, and we got another Delta Gemini right there. This shape is different than this shape. It's also different than this shape. This shape is the same as that shape. This could be an S, tetromino. And then this could be an L, tetromino. That would work. If this was an S, this... yeah, no. If this were an S... If this were an S, that would mean that that would be an S. And we got a dead zone. Therefore, clear the notes. This must be an L, and that's an L. Take that and that. Now this is an L, so there, and then this is an L, there. This one is not an L, so it's an S. This one is not an S, so it's either an I or an L, and it does, you can't fit 4 in a line, so it's an L. Now here I've got either an I or an S. It could take that. This must be an S, so it does that. This, it looks like it could be a T because it's going to come out here. Now that one is going to have to be 4, so that's got to be part of it. So yes, it's a T, which means this is a T. That one has to take that. Which means over here, that's going to happen. And this is going to do that. If this could be an L, and then we got an I right here. That would mean that this was an L. It can't be an S. So this cannot take that. Because if it did, it would be the same shape as that. So that does have to do that. Now this is that, as I had suspected. This one... Is there any way that it could come down here? It would have to then be either a T or an L, and a T would break this up, and I couldn't get two regions out of it, while an L would be conflicting across this. So this does not come down here. It's got to do that. Now, it is an L here. Which means this is an I, and that is an I. And this is also an I. And that window is now golden. There should be several more still hiding out in here, though. We know about this one. All regions must have an area of exactly 5. Oof. Wow. And what does this do? I know that that is not that. Because of the Delta Gemini conflict here. But this shape is the same as that shape. So let's remove that and that. I see several ways this could still play out. There's an F like that, which matches up with an F like that. No, that can't happen. Okay. Remind myself that this region and that region are different. Whatever this is does not come here. It could be a P. And then this would be a P. This would be whatever it is. It would mean that this was a P, which would absolutely break everything because of this one. Pop up. Okay. So this is not a P. It's not that. It could still take those and do that. That wouldn't work with this, though. If this is yeah, I guess that's actually called a V, right? So if that were a V, that one could come out there. This one would also need to be that. Yeah, if this were that, then in order for this to be that, it would need to be nowhere. It would have to go through the walls. This could be a W. Redraw that there. That would mean that this would be a W right there, or there. Here. So this can't be a W. It can't be a P. There is a limited set of shapes that it can be. We've got the V shape. There is a pentomino L like that. I haven't disqualified that. It certainly cannot be an I going out here. So it can't be a P. It can't be... So it's not a P, it's not a V. It's not a W. If that tried to be that, that wouldn't work. Whoops. That's that. Could it be an L like that? Now to make this one an L, and that one, that could just sit on top of it like that. Then it could also not do that, though. It could do this. And then this one could fit in like that. That would mean this one go one of those two ways there. It would also mean that this one was that. Okay, there you go. That goes around the loop and comes back and runs into that delta. Yeah, okay. If this were an L and it went like that, We're saying that it's the same, and it's the same, and it's the same, and it's the same, and it's different. But this could do that. That way it doesn't hit any of those. And this can be some entirely different shape. Yeah. This has to be the same as that. And that's the same as this. And that's the same as that. And that's the same as that. And that's the same as this. And this is going to have to hit something. It's got to hit one of those. But if this hits any of these, this, it's the same as that, the same as that, the same and different. So this cannot hit any of those. This must be that. Now, it still can't. Is there any way? Yeah, okay. There is still the L. I don't know why I'm drawing with this. And the Y. So I don't know if this is going to be that, and then this one would be that. No, it can't be. It closes that off. Okay. There you go. I've had my breakthrough. This must just be that. Now this one comes out here. Okay, this one has to come out here. This one has to do that. Because it's definitely not the same as any of these others. These are all not L pentominoes. They could be T. Again, that's this. This cannot just be an I. This has to hit that or that. It could be both of them. It is possible that this is a Y. And then this is a Y. And then this is a Y. And this is a Y. And then there could be a P here. And a P here. And a P here. This would have to be a Y. That would have to do that. And then I see an S and an L. Like that. Whole lot of Y's. Bunch of P's here. Yeah. How? Wait. Oh. Right. Like that. There. And that. And that. That. There's that one, and finally that. Okay. That is gonna do it for this one. I'm gonna take a look around and see if I can find any more in this region because I'm at +1, and I think that all of them are +3 after the beginning. So, I mean, I don't know that that stays like that, but it seems to be doing that. So I'm going to look around a little to see if there are any more, and we'll pick up with another puzzle in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.